we go. Hey, Sag, how are you? It's Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage Soul Tarot for your weekly reading. Fire signs are having some fun this week. There's a lot of recreation going on. If you look at the cards, you can see the Tower is here. The new moon in Scorpio, about releasing illusions and going on a great adventure. So, Sag, something going on with your person too. Decision making. Look at that. King of Wands looking into this good decision. We have the heart of God and the upper world. So a lot of energy, of course, because we've just come past the Scorpio new moon and we are officially in Mercury retrograde. It's a lot of power to be used at your disposal in order to create the life you want. And we see this illusion here. And for you, Sag, look, the cloak. This is phenomenal. Go watch the Aries reading. I always tell people that. Go check it out. Something amazing happening deep down under the surface. See that? Something really cool happening. And we got the Tower here and the Eagle. So we're going to jump into it. If you're new, welcome. And if welcome back to all my subscribers. I have leapt out on my own sacred journey. Big adventure coming forward. Brought a Tower moment in my own life in order to bring the healing energy from Moonrise Cottage out into the world so that I can be with many of you who've expressed a desire to come there, but for one reason or another you can't. So I'm going to be traveling around for a while. I am actively fundraising, so I would love to have any donation you might be able to make. The link is below to help me pay for the cost of travel while I'm out in the world. So I'm intending to be around the United States well, probably until January or February. And I'm heading next up to upstate New York. Gosh, can you tell Mercury's in retrograde? So keep your eyes peeled. I have just set a date due to requests for a second healing retreat in Santa Fe, New Mexico. You'll be able to see that little eye in the sky thing will come. Just click on it. It'll take you right to my website. You can sign up. There are only 6 spots available. It's going to be deep. We just finished one in Silver City. I think it's 2 weeks ago now. It was phenomenal. And I think it's the sacredness of the place that we're in and all kinds of astrology. So this is a general reading. Go click, sign up for your retreat, those of you who are available. There are 2 price point options, so just click on that eye in the sky. You'll be able to see all of the options, okay? Because if you are around, that retreat is scheduled for the new moon in Sagittarius. So it's your moment, okay, gang? So let's start with this. My guys are saying the first 4 cards. So we see the Eagle. That is about having a lot of power and a high degree of sacred vision. And you have it in a way that is cloaked. You're going down deep, I think, in order to bring this Tower forward. You're doing something, and nobody knows about it but you and Spirit. Look at that. So clear indication of the Scorpio new moon. That is the 5 of Wands. It is about conflict. It's about bringing change in matters of life and love, that which we're passionate about. 5s are all about change. And we see the beautiful Knight of Wands looking right in to this mystery. So that woman is the sacred head. She is known as, her true identity is the goddess of sovereignty. And she looks at her potential suitors and her partners, and she just looks straight through them to bring forward her knowing and her judgment about the measure of the man, whether you're a man or a woman, okay? Don't get stuck on gender. Fascinating that they're paired up here together. So on the Scorpio new moon, you went deep. You put the cloak on. That's what that's literally about. She's in disguise. When the correct person comes along and shows themselves to be worthy by being willing to give her a kiss in exchange for access to the water, meaning love energy, she drops the disguise. And she marries that young gentleman, happened to be a prince. Interesting, isn't it? Who was in a search for water. The king sent his sons out to test their mettle, see who would be the next king, because he had 4 of them. The first 3 of the young suitors ran away from her because she required a kiss. And he was able to see through the illusion offer his love and respect in exchange for the resource of water. So fascinating in the Scorpio new moon. Something really cool is happening, okay? So go ahead, use the power of the cloak. Sometimes it's to your advantage. And while you're cloaked, we know that you're using all your power, Sag, to bring forward shift and change. I freaking love this for you. So I think you're using your savvy and you're getting ready. See how saucy my guides are being? You're going to bring the tower down. Anybody who's not able or willing to connect with you in a sacred way, they're going to be out of your life because you're not having it anymore. That's part of what the Scorpio new moon is all about. It's about coming into the deepest regions of your power, to let go of your own illusions, to put up illusions where they belong in order to bring forward a sacred test. Go deep into yourself, Sag, because you're phenomenal. And you're going to bring the tower. You're going to change your life now. There's nothing stopping you anymore. You don't have any illusion about what you need to do. That's why the eagle's here, and you put the cloak on, and you go forward straight into your moment of power. I really like it. So that's what my guys want to talk about. That's you. Standing there with the energy of the warrior of skill, the Knight of Wands. You're going on your adventure. You're just waiting for the inspiration to happen. You're going straight into it. And part of the adventure is bringing the tower so that whatever doesn't serve you is cast out of your life and your vessel, if you will. And look, the next card is the King of Wands. So interesting because this pairing, these two married when this person was able to see through the illusion, make the proper request in the proper way. She, of course, is a beautiful young woman. They got married, and he rose to be the king, and they were the sacred sovereigns over all the land. And it was a tower moment that had to come to bring this forward. And there's the King of Wands, making his shoes. His battles are behind him. He's done what he needed to accomplish, and he's literally now taking his power to manifest a new life and make the literal shoes that cause him to be able to walk the new pathway. And there's the moon card. Look at that. A great change, making the decision, making the shoes for yourself, making the life for yourself in this moon cycle. Scorpio new moon through to the Taurus full moon, and then on to the Sagittarius new moon again. So, the moon, the power of the moon. You see the indication of Pisces? You can dive straight into this moon cycle, go as deep, be as cloaked as you want, because you are literally creating your new life. It's really fascinating. And when we come to the full moon, things will come into culmination and illumination. It'll become clear that you're going to take the cloak off. But there's something going on in your life that's initiated, and now we've got Mercury retrograde joining the party in order to help you go deep and review the past and bring forward what you want. So that's the Justice card, the balancer of harmony. Do you see how you're able to, another, major arcana on top of a major arcana? Look at the balance that's going to come when you bring the tower down and you walk forward into the sacred part of your life. Amazing. So we see this figure, that's the goddess Elena. She literally helps seafaring vessels find their way. That's her superpower. And she's been split open down the central meridian and resewn. And she's able to handle the winds that blow, the shift and change of the universe. It brings justice forward, and there's the seafaring vessel. Do you see the indications of water energy? Even though we're talking about wands, it's fascinating, isn't it? So your power this month is really supreme to bring forward what you want. And look, another indication of the full moon, that's about Halloween. That is the Seven of Pentacles. It's about going through a mystical journey and coming across into the land of the fairies in order to get some sacred assistance to prevent a tragedy. And the way one aligns themselves with the mystical realm to bring forward something new, something stable. It's really interesting. So as you go into this moon cycle, see, that's another indicator. You're letting something go, okay? the Ten of Wands. You're done with it. You're done with it. You're done with it. You're done with it. My guides are like chanting it. You're so done with it. And you might use the sacred power of the cloak, right? Waiting for some inspiration about that which is being revealed to you through this moon cycle. And you're just walking on, and you're going to walk straight in to the full light of the full moon when it comes forward. This is very, very cool. All right, yeah. Look, and there, so by doing, you hold the sacred spool of destiny in your own hands now. You've come through a lot, Sag. You know, over the couple of years that I've been here on YouTube, I know this has been a big struggle for you, but you've done what you needed to do. And you are just to celebrate, continue your efforts, let that which doesn't serve you fall away, because you know that you're holding the spool of destiny in your hands. I think when we come forward to the Sagittarius new moon, so, you know, really any of you that are in and around this area that could get here for that retreat, I think you ought to go for it. Okay? You get to wind the sacred thread of destiny around the Tower of Inspiration. You see the energy in that tower? That's really inside of you. Look how activated she is. This is phenomenal, Sag. You know, my guides are talking about you're coming into the full power of your Sagittarius nature. So, in the end of this story, look, there's the next card. The Woman of Battle. She holds her sacred spear. She's holding her power. Winds of change are blowing through her hair. She's looking straight at it. She's not shrinking back from anything. She's been through her initiation. A lot of you have been through some hard stuff. I know some Sagittarius people. I know what you've been going through. Do you see how her hand is open? She's looking right into the fire. She's like, yeah, really? Go ahead, bring it. Because I'm so ready. And nothing's going to blow me over. I just have my hand open because I'm going to receive whatever is blown in on this wind. And I am not afraid. So awesome, Sag. And you're looking into, look at this, okay? Just look at that line. You're looking straight into the illusion. And you're going to let some illusion about you drop, I think, that's going to set up this whole cycle. Do you see how it's moving? The energy's moving like this. Look, see that? You're letting something go, and it's going to bring forward the shift and change. I love it. So let's take a look at your partner, because something's going on over here, those of you who are partnered. So, you know, as all readers say, this could be a love relationship, this could be a job, this could be a dysfunctional system inside of a family, could be anything. But you're going into the deep. You are masterfully working with the Scorpio new moon energy. So your partner, interesting, in a sense, they are going straight into the mystical realm. They have the card from Mystical Shaman Oracle, the upper world. They're going into the heavens. They are having a phoenix moment, I think, because look at that. Straight into the heart of the universe, the heart of God. And we've got it reflected twice. Once from the Journey of Love and one from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. And we see them also in their power, right? King of Wands, whether it's man or a woman, doesn't matter. Okay? Don't get stuck on gender and all those kinds of assignments. Looking into a massive decision. You see the new moon in the Two of Swords? There's something really cool going on. So some of you are with somebody who's really also very fiery, very passionate. Your king, if you will. So that's the King of Wands twice in this reading. Standing in this mystical place between the worlds. We got 3 indications of being between the worlds. Something cool going on. So we see it happening with your partner too. Something very interesting. So there you go. 9 of Pentacles, wish fulfillment. This person is working on manifesting what they want. And they're working with the energies of the universe in order to bring clarity and get their wish fulfillment. And they're looking straight at you. I think they're very excited about this process you're going through. You may not yet be entirely available to this person and vice versa because you're going through the shift and change, and there's the 4 of Pentacles. So, you know, your person sitting in their place, they come to a decision based on their communication with the upper world. They get their wish fulfillment. I think it's about them and them in a sense. And then they take a minute and they sit there and they just... I always feel like it's totally appropriate when it comes out like this. Yeah, they got to sit there and hold on to themselves. They have to balance in this new place that they're in and figure out what is their clarity, what has to do with themselves, what are the items that are bringing them questions and maybe being a little stuck and wanting to hold on. And we have the Queen of Swords, and underneath her we have the Nine of Swords. So this person likely going through some anxiety, either about their own cycle or about how to bond with you, because you're going through so much shift and change. And when you do go through shift and change, it creates a need for rebalancing. So I think that's what's going on. Don't worry about it. Those of you who are engaged in a love relationship, or my guides are saying, if you go and get a new job, if you're ending a cycle, it's all good. It's what's meant to happen, because it is meant for you to bring on this change. And you're going to come into the balance that's needed. Your person is, rather, we're talking about your person. And I guess, as readers say also, it could go vice versa. So let's pick from the bag of runes. Let's find out. Spirit gives us a little bit of information from the sacred Norse tradition. What's going on with beautiful Sag? A massive releasing, using the power of Scorpio. Sag and Scorpio? Woo, baby! That is some hot stuff. Seriously. So you're going deep into the water element. It's very, very cool. And when you pop out the other side at the end of November, you're going to be having your new moon. That's what this is all about. I really like it. Can't wait to see some of you. So if you're a Sag, please come to the retreat. Hang on, things are falling out of the bag. So there we go. There you go. That is phenomenal. Spirit, thank you. I'm going to put it right there. Look what else came falling out. That's the rune for partnership. I'm going to put it over here, okay? And that's the torch. It's about opening and having fire, passion, light, the power to see. I'm going to put it right there with the tower, because you are bringing the tower down like a master. Okay, so that's Algiz. That is all about protection. So while you're going through this shift and change, you are being protected. If you don't know, I'm using the Book of Runes. Okay, guys, Ralph Blum, he's on the other side now. You know what I love about this? This rune, it's on page 111. And it's number 10, okay? It's about protection. And sedge grass, rushes, the rustling, and the protective horns of the elk. So control of emotions is at issue here. And during times of transition, a shift in life course, and accelerated self-change, it's important not to collapse yourself into your emotions, the highs as well as the lows. New opportunities and challenges are typical when you get this rune. And with them may come trespasses and unwanted influences. Fascinating. Thank you, Spirit. That's why you're cloaked. Okay? So if this is about somebody else trying to influence you and control you by exerting power and threatening and whatever, don't worry about it. Don't even, because you've got this as your overall rune, okay? So this rune serves as a mirror for the spiritual warrior, one whose battle is always with the self. The warrior's protection is like the curved horns of the elk, or the warning rustle of sedge grass, for both serve to keep open space around you. Remain mindful that timely right action and correct conduct are your only true protection. And if you find yourself feeling pain, observe the pain. Stay with it. Don't try to pull down the veil to escape from life by denying what is happening. You will progress. And knowing that you will progress is your protection. So it's interesting. This tower is going to bring forward some kind of light. It's going to help you, of course, in all the ways we've been speaking about. Do you see this card, the cloak, all the light that's in this card? It's very interesting. You're putting on the cloak to stand in the light, to have this adventure. You're walking forward, letting go of which doesn't serve you. And that's what the king did in this depiction. He let go of his battles because he knew something fabulous was coming forward. And he just made his shoes, jumped in the boat, and away he went. So the rune for partnership is very interesting. Do you see how it's two straight lines intersecting? Basically, the notion when you read the book about this is do not collapse yourself into the partnership. You must remain clear and centered in your own being. So maybe that's part of the process that your person's going through. If you're in a relationship and that relationship is going to grow and thrive, clearly we see a lot of change. Some illusions have to come down, and you've got to take the adventure of that uncovering in order to bring forward balance and love and harmony and bring all the things that need to come to the surface so that you can be together in strength. It's really beautiful. So allow each other, if you're cross-watching, you have to allow and expect, my guides are saying, your partner to be standing in the center of their own life, in their own strength. It's the only place from which you can have a centrally, my guides are talking about central focus within the relationship. You have to be in your own strength. So that's basically the message, I think. Sag, enjoy this new moon. It's really exciting to think about you using the energy of the new moon in Scorpio and sailing through into the next new moon cycle, which is in your sign. Something big is being prepared. You're being prepared. When we see it come this way, and in the end, you're holding the strands of destiny in your hand. You're looking into this journey that you had, and you're just going, I see it. You, some of you are intuiting this, I think. You're seeing what's coming forward. So enjoy the week. Enjoy the new moon. Go straight into it. Don't shrink back from that stuff. You're a Sagittarius. You're here to help us create this new world that's coming forward. And, don't forget Pluto, Saturn, ever so slowly coming to conjunction, and then the having a brain cramp. The eclipse season coming right on the heels of that. We're just, it's a very critical time of the year. So, gang, thanks for being here. Click the like button for me. Click that little card that comes up and come visit me in Santa Fe. And we'll spend some time together on the Sagittarius new moon, really bringing forward your destiny. Thanks, everybody. I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great week. Enjoy it.